It's like, you're getting deported right now.
Whoa.
So I went to jail I was in jail for like 4 months fighting that. Moral of the story is like, I live in gratitude, and relationship is all I really care about these days, because I was the first person to fill the entire immigration courtroom with American citizens.
Holy crap.
Yeah, and I spoke like this, and they let me out, dude.
That is insane. Yeah. All right, the food legend himself, Ryusauce. Thanks for coming on, man.
How are you?
You've been running.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, you've been running the food scene in Vegas, man.
I don't know about running it, but yeah, I've been in the game for a while now. It's over a decade. I've been doing this full time, So yeah, man, it's been fun. I still can't, till this day, I still can't believe I eat for a living.
What a job,
bro. I know, like, I don't know if people know this, but when I first, how I know you is because of food.
Yeah.
Is Delicious still, like, bro, that's how I know you, is Delicious.
I know. That's
know
how I started. That was one of the best investments I've ever made, buying that company.
Oh, it was a pre-existing company that you bought?
Yeah, so I bought it 5 years ago, and it came with the username, and I ran that for a while. But I
couldn't
stopped.
believe the username, dude.
What a username. I had Edible, too.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, I had both of those.
And when you came out to Vegas, we're like, dude, Delicious is in town.
I'm in town, yeah. But I had to stop.
What?
I had to stop running it a year ago.
Oh, it's gone?
Yeah, I've never revealed the story, but basically, I would do these food reviews, right?
Yep.
So I'd go to restaurants, hire a videographer, film it. I would order the most popular dishes, and I would rate each dish on a scale of 0 to 10.
Was it for Delicious or for something else?
It was for both.
Okay.
I posted on my personal too, but yeah, I did like 10 or 15 episodes, and I had to stop, dude, because people were taking it too personally.
What? No, that's the reason?
Yeah. And Vegas,
good, dude.
Vegas, as you know, is a small town.
100%. I don't think a lot of people know that.
A
it's
lot
like
of
a
people
small,
don't.
big town.
Yeah. So if you get a couple restaurant owners that don't like your review, they're going to tell their friends. And I just didn't want that. So before it got to that stage, I stopped doing it
Before
entirely.
you got like canceled.
And I wasn't even giving like terrible reviews. I was just being honest.
Like what were you saying, dude?
So have you seen Dave Portnoy's pizza reviews?
Bro, it's one of my idols.
Yeah.
It's
So
like, I'm a stoolie, dude.
Exactly. So I would say my scale wasn't as strict, but it was close. So my grading scale.
So what?
So for me,
I mean, I feel like a lot of people, I don't. I always believe in like not posting stuff that I don't like, rather than being like too honest about it. Like there have been a handful of times where I got a sponsor gig and I just email them saying, keep the money. I don't really want to post this.
and I like that because that's authentic.
But now I see more and more of people who goes up and down, and I don't think they should take that so personally because it's so subjective, right? I mean, just because you said that doesn't mean that other people not going to like it, but.
Right. And that's how I thought too. But for me, when I go out to eat, I'll order 10 things. Right. So I'm not going to like every single dish. You know what I mean? Just statistically.
Right.
So on like half the dishes, I would give like a 5 or 6 or sometimes even lower.
Right.
And they just didn't like it.
I can't believe that, dude. I'm glad you told me this story.
Yeah.
Because now I know. I couldn't even find Delicious.
Exactly, man. I had to shut it down. Yeah, dude. And I really like food. I'm a big foodie.
I don't think people understand how big that account was.
It was huge. I think it had over 1 million.
Yeah, I thought it was 2 million, but whatever it was.
And the hashtags were nuts. We had
when you landed in Vegas, we're like, oh, this is right off the bat. It's one of the biggest food.
You were the first guy I messaged, I think. Yeah.
Well, we were already running an agency by then, so we had a lot of clients and stuff like that.
And the fact you've been doing it for 10 years, because 10 years ago, restaurants weren't really aware of influencers.
It was, one-by-one photos on Instagram. There wasn't TikTok, wasn't even around.
Yeah.
So my story there is like I used to just post, like take pictures of food and post on Facebook, and a lot of my friends didn't like that. So my wife found me an app called Food Spotting. It was before Instagram, originated in San Francisco, and it was like a Instagram for food, and it was worldwide. About maybe like 500,000 users on it. And what you do, like, there's a ranking system because there's points. Like if you post a lot, you get points, and it depends on the reviews and all the engagement. So you can find like a #1 food spotter in the world. He was in Spain, and by the time you get to like top 100, these guys are pro food photographers and stuff like that. But I got so geeked out on it, I got up to like number 50.
Wow.
In the world.
Crazy.
After like 3,500 posts, and then it got bought out by OpenTable.
Okay.
And then it got just disintegrated.
Oh, they shut it down?
No, it didn't shut it down, but there's no more updates. founders left, you know. So a lot of those people lost their home, and a lot of those people jumped into Instagram, and I feel like that was the right time, because when I jumped in, I realized that in Vegas there was only less than 10 guys that are kind of moving some needles on Instagram in Vegas, and it's a small town, it's 2 million people.
Right.
So I just started unloading I was already editing my photos and stuff like that by then, and then I just unloaded and caught on fairly fast.
I love it.
You know, I had a 9 to 5, but I was getting invited to these openings and stuff like that, and they just became too much. I was going like 2 dinners a night, 4 restaurants on the week. You know how that goes. It just ramps up, and it was like a very beginning of that explosion.
Yeah. And what a evolution. I mean, now it's bringing in so much traffic to these restaurants, these influencers.
If they're not doing it, they're almost behind now.
Way behind. I mean, look at Keith Lee. If he posts your restaurant once, sold out.
Legend, right? And I'm so glad that he's from Vegas, because, you know, that's like if when in doubt, look at what Keith Lee's doing, and that we can always go back to that and say, you know, there's no more like talks of, is this working or does this actually work or not? Like,
yeah.
But on a micro level, dude, we've had like in the last 7 like micro influencer events that we've had, because our agency is called JMP Force, and you know we call ourselves like contemporary creative agency, but to get hired there, you have to be somewhat of an active creator, even down to the PA, all the way up to client services, whatever you want to do in our office, you have to be somewhat of an active content creator on. And although we're not like big followers, we don't care about the followership. We care about the local focused creators, like, you know, the guys that have Las Vegas in their handle, food in Las Vegas, and you know, in Las Vegas, we go for those. And we're in LA, we're in Phoenix, and we have the same strategy. We just want guys that has the most amounts of local followers on their account, because we've realized that even if you have 25,000 followers, if you have Las Vegas on your handle and you only do food in Las Vegas, your growth on your top cities is literally just all Las Vegas cities.
Right.
And we've created massive results out the door, 3-hour, 4-hour lines.
Wow.
Like, you know, we've done that 7-8 times in a row in like last 6 months.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
and that's just from
and not even food now. Like claw machine place, it was like 4-hour line in the rain.
Dude, those are blowing up. I went to one last week.
Do you know why that is? It's because the margin, the business model is so great. It's basically gambling.
Yeah.
You know, it's gambling money.
Yeah.
And I saw the numbers. These guys are making insane.
I mean, dude, I spent $100. Even if you win the grand prize, that costs them like $10 max.
Exactly. And it's all coming from China.
Yeah.
All these plushes are costing like $2-3. And the kids are just pumping.
Yeah, it's a great model, honestly.
Exactly.
Really,
it's a small space, packed, and stuff like that. So I've been doing that. You know, agency's been around for like 7 years, 6.5 years. I've never really talked about growth. I feel like I'm just having fun, and just money comes along with it.
That's awesome.
But we've had a really successful run for like 6.5 years. I think we hit our $1 million run rate the second year.
Amazing.
And then doubled our numbers until I think last year, stuff like that.
Holy crap.
Bro, it's been good.
Dude, that's amazing, because a lot of agencies are struggling right now, actually. I don't know if you're
aware.
Well,
I think the problem is scalability, you know, like what type of agencies?
Mainly social media marketing that I've noticed, like Facebook ads and stuff like that.
I think it takes creators to get this popping. I think the art of taking over somebody else's account and growing that account to what it needs to be, it's a skill, dude. It's not. I've done like a few keynotes, and the first thing I say when I go up to the stage is like, the problem I think is everybody thinks social media is easy, especially in food, because, you know, personal brand, I don't know a lot about too many other industries, but in food, I feel like a lot of people think, oh, these guys are just making videos of food and just posting it. It's just, you know,
there's more to it than that. And as restaurant owners, it's probably emotional. They probably think their food's the best, so they get invested in it. Yeah,
so like my big thing when I ask clients about brand identity, I tell them, okay, why should I eat at your sushi restaurant other than any other sushi restaurant? But you can't tell me 2 things. Not because of taste, because everybody thinks that theirs is the best taste and service. Is there anything else that you can tell me that stands out for me that I need to eat here over any other sushi place? And that usually helps in social media, because everybody thinks that their food tastes the best, and everybody thinks that their service is the best. what else, is available. But the agency model, yeah. I think social media, the scalability is I feel like everybody, if you're a content creator and you got content creators working on your content, I feel like artists have a hard time letting go of their art for somebody else to do it, and that's so, like me and my partner, when I first got into the agency model and we were starting it, I think the opportunity that we saw is that there's a lot of mercenaries in town, and like there's a lot of good content creators making good money, but the majority of them are one-man bands, so if we're able to kind of like, so now like how our agency works, I've been in sales all my life. I sell, and I can literally put it into this like assembly line of creators that does different parts, all the way from I separate account, account executive, client service, production manager, production, video, posting, all that kind of stuff, and it just goes down the list. I don't have to be involved.
That's sick. So you're very organized.
Yeah, we try to go. I think it took us 6 years to accomplish that and get the right team to do it. But yeah, shout out to my team. It's been a really good process to get to that level where we can execute a lot more deals.
Well-oiled machine.
Yeah, and so now I don't have to manage any accounts.
I love that. And you'll never run out of restaurants in Vegas.
No, I just don't see that happening. I don't really find myself running into same leads as other agencies either.
Oh, really?
Maybe I don't know, but that's how. Oh, and the entire time that we've been in business, bro, is 100% incoming leads.
Wow.
Like
so
if
no ads or anything?
No, like,
Incredible.
hey, I'm this person, come use us. Like, bro, if I were to get on this cold call mode and start reaching out, I feel like it would be like crazy.
Yeah, if you ran ads, because
I've never even done that.
You got the track record, you got the team, you got the system.
Everybody in our team is somebody that you might follow in town.
Oh, I've seen all of them. Yeah,
So
Las Vegas Phil. Do you have Starfish under you?
No, but those are really good friends of ours. But those guys are basically the unicorns of the business. But we have great like Jules Kim and Guido Special, Las Vegas Riggs, and all these guys that are like super talented. They are understood as one of the best content creators in town, and they work within our agency as executives. Yeah, it's been great, man. Like for a boy that came to America 13 years old. I came to America 13 years old by myself.
Wow.
1989. I'm 49. I'm going to turn 49 this year. I'm going to turn 50 next year, bro.
So you look young. It's always the Asians that you can never
Asian
tell.
don't raisin, baby.
Yeah, I would have guessed you were in your 30s.
I appreciate that.
No, for real. Those Asians, man. You got no grays.
That's the one thing that I kind of like hoping that it lasts. It's like the salt and pepper's coming, dude.
So you came at 13. Did you speak English?
No, by myself. I was an international student. I guess the story is like you're familiar with Asians coming over.
Yeah.
In Korea, a lot of these parents are sending their kids, but there's mandatory military in Korea. So a lot of 16 to 19-year-olds were getting caught and getting denied their visa. So my parents decided that 13 is the way to go.
Do it early.
Bro, and I landed in Ojai, California, which is like a Santa Barbara area, the boarding school. I have to live in the school.
Yeah.
Couldn't speak any English. No Koreans there.
Wow.
I had to I remember like setting up like, okay, I'm just gonna say, hi, my name is Paul. How do you do? A couple sentences, no matter what anybody says. So people go, are you hungry? I'm like, hi, my name's Paul. I would just start there. And then a year after that, I moved on to San Diego because like my parents' genius ideas was to like buy a house, and my 21-year-old sister was gonna come become my legal guardian. Then I moved, and our visa gets delayed. So I was in this house, 4-bedroom house, pool, and a slide by myself.
At 14.
14 years old.
Wow.
But the coolest thing about that is like the street that I was on was like cul-de-sac to cul-de-sac, and there's like 14 guys and girls that are like in my grade at my school, and they're the most popular kids in my school.
Oh, wow.
So I just instantly became this like a party house. I'm just lucky with people. That's basically, they taught me how to speak English. I had the biggest 8th grade party you've ever seen in your life.
8th grade party.
Dude, I had alcohol there. Like at the age of, I've always been, people go, oh, you're this food content guy. And then I always thought myself as like my forte in life is sales. And I think in relationship, that's like, I think where my passion is.
Yeah.
So at 14, bro, I found out that liquor store guys are Korean. I just started shooting the with them. It took us like a 2-month ramp up to my party. and like they shut down the store and sold us alcohol.
Wow.
Yeah, dude.
You're good at networking, man.
So that's how I look at you, though, bro. Whenever I see you, like I'm in this digital mastermind chat on
the WhatsApp, yeah,
WhatsApp, dude. It's mind blowing. I look up to guys like you that has this keen ability for networking. Like I've been to many of your events that are like, if you're, I think $1 million plus business
income, yeah.
Yeah. And dude, you're the guy that I look up to.
I appreciate that. It's a new era. I think we're very similar. I think you were pre-social media. I've just been able to take what you did with like an extra step almost, because now I could connect the dots a lot quicker with people.
Yeah, but you're in a lot of other businesses too. You know what I mean? I think you're in AI, right? Like
AI, I've done crypto, I've done B2B.
Another thing.
Yeah, I wore a lot of hats, which honestly,
during the pandemic, you were blowing up, dude.
Yeah, it worked for me, but I don't give that advice to most people.
Yeah, I mean, it's not about that. For me, it's how I see you networking these people. Like, okay, let's just talk about the show. I don't know if I've ever seen a podcast that posts twice a day consistently like that. And
on YouTube,
having that many, bro. Like we host Las Vegas Phil's podcast at our office.
Yeah,
it's a lot of production. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to curse because I know you beep out cursing. But yeah, that's like I don't think people understand that posting twice a day. Like you end the show saying I'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah,
and like, that's mind blowing. It's like so much pressure just listening to that one line.
Yeah,
it's crazy because that's. Bro, I look at those type of things.
Yeah.
The consistency, work ethic, the networking, and the wide reach that you have, and these little texts that you invite me to, and you go in there and you just see the list of the people that are in there. You're like, wow, that's mind blowing.
It's important to be consistent. I mean, you know this. People will forget you if you're not posting daily.
How long have you been building your black book?
Oh, for years, since college, man. Okay. And I've always been in network mode because I knew it's who you know, not what you know.
Like a lot of these people you known for years, or you're like, I guess often like,
in the WhatsApp chat. Yeah, I've known a lot of those guys for years because I pay to go to events, masterminds, conferences, and I've just compiled the best of the best. I've vet all these people out, and people in that chat, it's all the previous guests of the podcast plus connections, like personal connections of mine.
That's what I feel like I always tell people I learned everything the hard way. So like I feel like I had a late start, but I feel like I just started, dude. I'm 50.
You look young, dude.
But
you should take a genetic DNA test.
How old are you?
So genetically or
wait. What does that even mean, dude?
So you could test your biological age.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh, I want to test that. Like I'm really interested.
Yeah,
in
I'll put you in touch. So chronologically, I'm 27. Biologically, I'm 21.
Wow. You can. Okay. Dude, you got a long 27 year.
Yeah. You do a little cheek swab.
I feel like I've gotten a late start. So like I'm looking forward to that. Like now I've had like couple, I've had crazy life stories. So like I've had a couple of what people would say quote unquote hitting the rock bottom a couple of times. I've had
you've hit it?
Crazy drug run. I've had crazy arrests. I've had dude. I had
you got arrested. I cannot picture that.
I've been to jail like in town 14 times maybe.
What?
Like okay, I've done a tour, like the grand tour they call it. I've been arrested one time and went to this Henderson, and then when I thought I was getting out, they would recuff me because I have a case in the county. And then when I was getting out, I thought I was getting out, and they would recuff me and go to city. I've done the whole tour without knowing that I had all these holds in it. Bro, I was a mess. I had like a 2 years of run. So like when I was able to work, I started working at these for like retail fashion. I was the first. I think I was like the first straight guy that they've ever hired at Bebe. BB, remember a long time ago, like the
Bebe?
Yeah, the girls' clothes. And then I got into nightclubs because I used to go out a lot. That was all good until I started hitting the phones. I realized that I had this thing about sales. I was interested in NLP, stuff like that, and I started getting into sales. But when I hit the phones, I was in this crazy phone rooms. I started doing some hard drugs. And then that led into like multiple arrests, dude.
Wow.
I was like smoking glass, like
what?
Meth. I guess that's what that is. Like
I can't even picture this, man.
Yeah, dude, I was 117 pounds. I don't really talk about it that much, but I was 117 pounds. I have a belt right now that I used to make holes as I was getting skinny. If I put that belt on right now, the last hole I made is like here, dude.
Holy.
I was like all sunken in. Went to jail like many times. It was like a 2-year stretch of that, and I got out of it. I was supposed to go to prison after my last arrest. Dude, like last time I got arrested, I was on the other side of a stop sign. I was on the other side of the street, car in gear, foot on the brake, passed out with a glass pipe in my hand, with like 100 Percocets in my pocket.
Holy crap.
The cop like banging on the window saying, "Put your car in park." That's the last time I ever got arrested.
Dang.
And then I was supposed to go to prison there, but I had a PO already. I was already on probation. I had a PO that looked at me and go, "Ryu, you're gonna die in prison. Like, look at like I look like this, you know." So he vouched for me to go to halfway house. You know what a halfway house is? Where they
drug rehab, right?
They come out like these prisoners. They come out to get acclimated to the real life.
Yeah.
So I saw people coming out, and that's where I got cleaned up, luckily. And then, so the reason I'm telling you is because 15 years after I got cleaned up, now I haven't had a parking ticket in 15 years. I'm dating my current wife, Mindy. I'm a director of sales at a travel company. I know during the trouble phase, no attorney or no judge ever asked me, "Are you a citizen?" Because I spoke like this. 15 years later, bro, ICE came to my door, like immigration came to my door and saying, "Hey, 15 years ago, you had these." I was a green card holder.
Yeah.
Had felonies. It's like, "You're getting deported right now."
Whoa.
So I went to jail I was in jail for like 4 months fighting that. Like it was a gunshot. I was supposed to get deported, but this is why the moral of the story is like I live in gratitude, and relationship is all I really care about these days, because the entire town that are not my family can't help me, had to come together. Dude, I had like guys with free Ryu shirts outside the jail. I had GoFundMe that went crazy. I was the first person to fill the entire immigration courtroom with American citizens.
Holy crap.
Yeah, and I spoke like this, and they let me out, dude.
That is insane.
Yeah, and my wife single-handedly like beat this case. She's like a goody-goody from Midwest, never known my past. Had to like dig up all these people, call all these people, got 60 like letters from my clients like Samsung, you know, Boeing, and all that kind of stuff. And
incredible, man, because you've provided so much value to community.
So now all I care about is relationships.
Wow.
Know? And this is why I look up to people that are widely networked, because that's where I want to go.
I care a lot about relationships, man, for real.
That's all I really, you know, I business, bro. Like I you know, when you're in sales, you have this like kind of like a confidence where tomorrow I could lose everything, but I don't care. I could rebuild it like this. I feel like I can just rebuild it super fast. Like I can be, everything could come crunching down tomorrow, but if you're good sales, I should be okay. So I have that confidence in business, and I don't really run for money. I don't even know how much money I make.
Wow.
I don't
You don't think about it?
Well, my wife is in accounting, and she's the accountant for the whole business, so I don't really think about that much. I think about top number, think about revenue and stuff like that times to time, but I really think about how well people are doing in our company and the culture of it and the relationship that I'm building, because that never goes away. And for me, like I've experienced this time where I had to press the button and go, "If you're my friend, I need your help." That I've had that before. Like, dude, I have 60-something letters from my friends and clients that wrote. Basically, these letters are like them writing to my judge what kind of person I am. The time to time I bust out and read it. I wish everybody could have that type of literature that they can read. And then it'll just kind of like give you an idea of how valuable your relationship is and what that means to them and stuff like that. So
that's powerful.
Like, your friends don't tell you what they really think about you, or
it's kind of awkward to like ask, right?
Well, you know, and now that I do have somewhat of a network, I feel like a hard thing is to keeping up with the network.
Right.
Like you have best friends. A lot of times you don't talk to them for a while because they're best friends. You think it's okay. I feel like I'm now learning a little bit more to like how to keep up. Simple one-word text is good, you know, like just to make sure that you're in touch with them.
Yeah. I do that on flights. I'll check in with people because we're so busy during the day that we forget to text our old childhood friends or something.
That's a great idea. You know, I just need to find a better time to just send out those messages and just to say hi. You
Yeah, it's important. You don't know what people are going through. I mean, you've had 2 crazy moments you just explained.
Yeah, well, maybe more will come, but I feel like those are the battle scars that people need to be to get some motivation behind you to get to where you need to go.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people that's been on this podcast, I've looked at a lot of them have that type of story. You know?
Almost everyone, you notice, they go through some really low lows. It's almost
Right.
It almost makes you think of it's kind of a prerequisite to success.
Almost, yeah. I believe it. I'm not saying that you can't if you don't have it, but a lot of people that I know that are successful has, you know, when I tell them some people my story, they kind of relate. A lot of them.
Yeah. No, there's some deep traumas with a lot of successful people. I'm a numbers guy, so I look at the data and I'm like, okay, over 80% of people grew up in a really rough environment that are successful.
Really?
In my network, at least. I don't know about yours.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that sounds about right.
Yeah. And then almost every time I've worked with someone that has come from a family of money, it's usually never worked out, just in my experience.
Amen, dude. You know? How do you like Vegas?
Dude, I love it. Food scene strong out here.
Yeah.
People are good. There's always a conference, always an event. UFC's out here. I mean, dude, it's hard to beat, honestly.
Tell me about food, dude. What are you eating these days? Okay, come from East Coast. Let's talk about 2 things: burgers and pizza. Like, what are you a like a East Coast burger guy? Like,
I used to like burgers a lot.
you like Shake Shack better than In-N-Out, like that type of stuff.
That's a tough one. If you factor in price, I like In-N-Out more.
Yeah, same. I think you do have to factor in price as long as you're in the same class of chains. Like, if you're in the chain burger thing, of course, there's tons of burger places that are probably better if they're just, 1, 2, 3, 5 location places. But in that sense, I would say, I don't know. I guess I'm an In-N-Out guy. What's your In-N-Out order, dude?
So I'm allergic to bread.
Oh, you're allergic to bread.
So I get the lettuce wrap. Yeah.
Can you do that at Shake Shack now?
I don't know. I haven't been to Shake Shack just because I have to spend $50 there to get full.
Okay.
Because one burger's not enough
I agree.
there, you know?
So my order is probably the same. I get double, single, mustard fried, animal style, protein style.
Yeah, I'm about the same.
Yeah, that's great. And pizza, do you like any pizzas out here?
Pizza Rock's decent.
No,
What, you don't like it?
No, that's like a lot of people don't say that, dude.
Really?
And I feel like that is it. Okay, Pizza Rock is our client. Shout out to Pizza Rock.
Yeah, they're in my top 3.
Bro, I got to tell you, the flex they have is probably the biggest flex that anybody. So Tony Gemignani, who started that brand,
yeah,
he's a man from Fremont, California. He's a 13-time world pizza champion. And people go, what does that mean? What does world pizza champion mean? This guy, who is in Fremont, California, goes to Italy all the time. Like, he goes to Naples, enters a Neapolitan pizza competition, and wins.
Wow. In Italy?
He's done that 12, 13 times, where he has to get police escorted out because this American keeps winning these pizza competitions out there.
Crazy.
And that's the flex. Like, not many people can say that. So what Pizza Rock is great about is they have different types of pizza, and they do them well. Like, they have Detroit, they have Chicago Cracker Thin, they have New York, they have Neapolitan. They have like 8 different ovens in their facilities, both of them, because they need to do different types of pizza.
Oh, there's 2 of them?
Yeah, there's one in Green Valley Ranch.
That's the one I go to.
Oh, bro. I think downtown is pretty much mecca of pizza in Vegas, right? There's one in downtown. Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know that. Yeah, I like that one. I like the one in Resorts World, Mulberry Street, I think.
Oh, really? Wow. I haven't eaten there in a minute.
Really? I thought that one was decent. And the new one in Durango, Prince Street, I like that one a lot.
The New York water machine, dude. Have you seen the machine?
No.
Oh, so they bring, they make New York water there. So there's like I have a video of it. They have like this a silver machine, a filter system that turns the water into it. Bro, they're
That's
serious.
crazy.
And that's why
level.
it's great. So a lot of people say that. A lot of people say Prince Street now taking over. I think those are pretty good assumptions right there. Did you ever see Portnoy's Dom DeMarco's review?
I haven't. Is that in Vegas?
It's probably the highest review that he's given in Vegas. I just tried it. It's good. It's good. I don't think it's better than Pizza Rock, but
okay. You might be biased since they're a client.
True that.
Now, since you're Korean, I got to ask you, Korean barbecue, top spot.
Bro, there's not that. I wish there's a better Korean barbecue scene in Vegas. Have you tried some Korean barbecue?
I've tried a lot of them.
Okay, so, I mean, obviously, if you're just going for the meat quality and the meat, I would go to 8 ounce, I guess, right?
Okay.
But for me, like if you're Korean and you eat in Korea or something like that, you go to places for that one dish, not like a general, what's the best Korean barbecue? Like for me to go eat sundubu, like soft tofu, soup.
Yeah.
I like Lee's Korean barbecue, although also a client bias, but they make their own tofu at the facility. I've seen it. They make their soft tofu there, and they have really good Korean barbecue. By hands down, the best raw marinated crab is also at Lee's.
Really?
So looking at those things, although it might not be the highest quality like Wagyu you can get at 8 ounce, the amounts of panchan, the side dishes that come out, stellar. At 8 ounce, you don't get as many. I go there, and it's such an underrated place. If I want to eat my best Korean dish, like my favorite Korean dish is galbichim. It's like this braised short rib stewy thing.
Sounds amazing.
It's like my favorite
I
dish
love
of
short
all
rib,
time.
dude.
Yo,
Ooh.
bro, it's like this tender, slow roasted with carrots and amazing. But if I want that, I would go to Daeho, which is like this brand new. Their specialty is galbichim there.
Okay.
So you go to these places for that one thing
That
that
makes
you're
sense.
looking for. If I wanted to just go for the highest quality beef to grill, I would go to Samurai Japanese barbecue. It's more yakiniku kind of like a style.
Okay.
Have you been there?
I haven't been there.
Bro, the story, I don't know if it's true, but I guess the guy is owner of Samurai Motorsports or something like that, and he just wanted to build a place for him to go eat.
Wow. That's baller, dude.
You know what I mean? So like they have their own sourcing from Japan. It's not A5. I think there's a lot of A5 there. There's A5 tongue. I've never had that. They have A5 tongue there.
Wow.
It's only maybe 9 tables, 10 tables. I shouldn't be saying this.
Yeah,
because I
you
wanna,
might spoil it for everyone.
But if you're going to go for quality, I would just go there because it's so good. But it's not like a Korean barbecue style. You eat you grill one piece at a time, and there's a grill.
Yeah.
Amazing, dude.
Wow, that makes sense. I just went to an all-you-can-eat Wagyu spot.
It's David Zhao's place. Is
Yeah.
that
I forget the name, but
Chubby Kettle?
yeah,
people?
it's owned by Chubby Cattle Group.
Yeah, Mizaki or something like that, or
Something like that, yeah.
Hot Pot. Right?
Yeah.
He's about to open up a barbecue place too.
I saw it. Dude, he's
all you can
crushing
Wagyu
it.
barbecue because they have their own farm.
Oh.
So they used to do like this hot pot, and he also owns X Pot. They have their own Wagyu farm,
I didn't know that.
so they're able to cut costs and they're able to produce a ton of.
That makes sense because he's got so many spots out here.
Bro, shout out to, he's killing it, dude.
Yeah. All right. This is a controversial one. Do you leave a tip on takeout orders?
Yes, I'm kind of like a crazy tipper because of the industry that I'm in and the amounts of free food that I do eat. And I feel like a lot of times the servers are not really taken care of. And there's a lot of influencers I hear this, I don't know this, but there are a lot of creators in my industry that doesn't tip.
Really?
Yeah, I've heard this.
Wow.
I don't know for a fact, but I've heard venues say that they're
I always tip, even if I get
ate for free and didn't tip, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
So I am big tipper, dude. So I'll tip any chance that I can. I usually leave like $100 to $200 tips when I eat something for free and stuff like that. So I'm like kind of like a weird case. On a to-go food, yes. I do weirdly not tip as much on Uber Eats because now it's insane amount of markup and insane amount of fees on there. But I actually talked about this in another podcast where people are like, yo, these drivers don't make anything. You need a tip. So now I'm better at it. But do you tip on a to-go?
So on takeout, I do, but I feel guilty.
Right.
But it's not like a satisfying tip. Like when I'm dining in, I'll tip 20% every time, and I won't.
100%.
I won't think about it. But on takeout, it's like, do you deserve this? And
right.
So I tip a little bit, but not 20%.
I've actually seen like gas stations leave a tip, like like retail place where
that's crazy.
There's no need for a tip. Like, I've seen that type of stuff going on, and I don't do that. But if there's any service involved in it, I would. I agree. I mean, I definitely would agree with the person that doesn't tip to go, because that used to be the thing.
Yeah,
used
that was
to
normal.
never tip on to go. But I just am in this industry where I'm in debt, and I feel like it comes back. Being a big tipper is noticeably the service has been, whenever you go back,
100%,
services,
especially in Vegas.
So that's like a long-term strategy for me.
Yeah.
They might become a client one day. So
yeah,
I just wanted to do that.
Yeah, no, if I get a free meal, like shout out to Circa. They comped my whole birthday dinner. It was like $2,000. I tipped like $1,000 just because.
There you go.
If you're getting a free meal, you should be tipping at least 50%.
100%. That's same, So, yeah, I'm a pretty big tipper, dude. I believe in that.
Yeah, it comes back. I believe in energy for sure.
What have you been eating, dude? Like, what else is there? You got anything else?
I was gonna go like cuisine by
go?
cuisine.
Okay,
and see your top spots.
Let's do it.
We already did.
Oh my god, dude.
We already did Korean barbecue. We did pizza. Let's do steakhouses.
Ooh, I got a lot. I got like my favorite spots on the strip. I got off the strip. I got downtown. Do you have one that's like one that sticks out?
I like Barry's a lot, dude.
Okay, Barry's is good. I've been there once.
Hank's is good sometimes.
Yeah, so me, I love, also we're the agency of record for stations, so that's also biased, but I love majority of the steakhouse. Like one of the most underrated steakhouses of all time is Sonoma Cellar, which is in Sunset Station. Same quality, not same, but similar quality meat as the other station casinos. Unbelievable pricing. Very good. So Hank's and T-Bones, Red Rock, and Green Valley Ranch, I would just swear by that. Anytime you want a good special meal, go to any of those places. Fat crab legs, really good steak. They source their steaks differently in between the two, but majority of the same. I cannot say enough good things about them. But Nico's, dude, is a very special place for me. Nico's, the steakhouse at Durango.
I haven't been there yet.
Oh, dude, they have this seafood program that you don't see at the other steakhouses. They have like dry aged branzino.
Whoa,
ever heard of that?
No.
Amazing. They also have a steakhouse burger. Like I put that in a different category, burgers. They have one of the most amazing burgers I've ever had. Dude,
I might go there
because they have Wagyu and all this kind of stuff, and they blend all that in house to make this special patty, and they make it smash burger style. I had their first ever 4x4 ever made by them. Bro, mind-blowing. And my chocolate cake post there happened to just blow up. I guess a lot of people are eating the chocolate cake there. They have 20-layer chocolate cake.
Holy.
Amazing, dude.
20 layers.
By the way, dude, I think I might have one of the highest viewed food reels that I've seen on my feed a long time ago.
How many views?
128 million views.
Holy crap. And that was the chocolate video?
No. It was like a blooming onion, like a onion bomb video.
Oh, I've seen that one many times.
It's and that creates a lot of results. But at the end of the day, what I'm hoping for is like, I love it when the place that I love goes good. Usually you can't really control that, but whenever I post like the Nico's thing, you got to try Nico's.
I'll try it.
On the strip, steakhouse, I would go Golden Steer, Peter Luger. I like Bavette's. Have you been to Bavette's?
I love Bavette's. The bone marrow.
Bro.
Oh my gosh.
That was like my favorite place until, Peter Luger is great. I love their menu, how simple their menu is. Steak for two. And rib steak for two. Like it's amazing. I just only been there like twice. Great. Downtown, my pick is Oscar Steakhouse. Also a client. But you just don't get that view. You're looking right down the barrel of the Fremont Street in a dome.
That's sick.
And it's super gangster. Oscar Goodman used to be the mayor of Las Vegas. He used to be the attorney for all the mobsters. Crazy amounts of story. He has these like dinner series all the time. They tells you about these stories. I would they just built a new patio so you can sit outside and look down the Fremont Street and stuff like that. Highly suggest it.
I got to check that one out. This is a controversial one, actually. People's answers I've seen have differed a lot, but sushi.
That's like my specialty, dude. It depends on how big you want to go, but my go-to sushi place is Sushi Hero on Eastern. It's right next to Taco y Taco. Masahiro. This is like a place where I would take a date where I can control my order. It's not omakase, but by far the best nigiri sessions you could probably have. Wow. They have Kamashita Toro, like there's Otoro, and then there's Kamashita Toro that comes from like your collar. I really love ordering the medley of tuna from maguro to like all the way up to Kamashita and having that. They have nodoguro, which is like black throat sea perch, I think is the name of the fish. One of my favorites, and my all-time favorite cut is ocean trout, umimasu. And they have that there at all times. And their nigiri's portions, how they do it, how many ingredients that they care about is from Japan. That's like my go-to place. Now, if you go to like level, if you want to go all out, Kame Omakase is probably the best. Kaiseki, if you want to do Kaiseki Sanga also does really good Kaiseki Japanese. And I think like one of the highlights right now is the tuna cutting at Omakaze Kiara.
I've seen your videos on that.
I don't have a video of that.
Oh, wasn't you?
But it was, yeah. But everybody that at our office, everybody's been there. They do this massive, bro. That's like my next. But I think that's like blowing up right now. The tuna cutting ceremony.
Yeah. Seems really fun. I mean, that fish is huge that they're cutting up.
What have you eaten at sushi places in town?
I've tried both of those omakase ones you just mentioned.
Yeah.
Kame and the other one. I liked Kame.
Kaiseki Sanga,
Yeah.
you've tried
Kaiseki
that?
Yuzu.
Yuzu is another place, and
Okay.
Kaiseki Sanga
Oh, I
is
haven't tried
another
Sanga,
place.
then.
I would try Sanga.
Okay.
Both handled by my boy, Las Vegas Phil, but Kaiseki Sanga is the place to go.
Got it. I'll try that one.
But Kaiseki is different, right? It's not all of it is sushi. Have you ever tried, do you do all-you-can-eat sushi places ever?
I used to.
I used to too.
Heavy. Now I don't.
Why is that?
Just quality.
Same.
Yeah.
After the pandemic, when the fish prices went up, I've seen a lot of places drop their quality rather than raising their price.
Yeah.
Two options. Raise your price or drop your quality. Bro, too many places are using very bad quality fish, so I can't go there.
I can't. I wish there was a spot where it was just premium. Like I would pay like $50, $60.
There are a couple places that is worthy. I'll tell you about them. But
Okay.
a lot of those are my clients, dude, and I still don't go.
Yeah, because I used to go to Neko, but like the quality I just can't anymore.
See, those are the type of stuff that's gonna get you in trouble, dude.
I know, right?
You know what I mean?
No, but it's just
What else? You got Thai in there?
I do.
Bro,
Best Thai food.
Hands down, Lotus Siam. Have you been?
Yes.
Okay. Have you been to a lot of Thai places in town?
Not
What
really.
nationality? What Asian
So I'm
national-
half Chinese.
Okay, so you obviously like Chinese and Thai.
Yeah.
What have you really liked?
I liked China Mama. I liked Mott 32.
My favorite.
Yeah, I thought that was
duck
solid.
I think it's a 42-day prep for the duck. Or
Wow.
like 37-day. Like people don't understand. That's the best duck you can get, in my opinion. You ever like this? Like I hate Peking duck that comes with the bao buns. I like the tortilla, the thin.
Yeah, same.
thin, you know, I don't know. To me, whenever I have a special guest in town, they're staying on the strip. I take them to Mott 32, get the duck, and
Yeah.
get the lobster mapo tofu.
Ooh, yeah, it's always a fun time there. I almost spent $1,000 on crab legs there.
I believe it. $1,000 is very doable there, dude. You know that's the thing about the price is crazy. Have you been to Chengdu Taste?
No, I've heard of it though.
I'm a big Sichuan peppercorn guy. Like I love Sichuan
Yeah.
peppercorn flavor. That's the place that you should go.
Okay.
But Thai, Lotus Siam, hands down. It's just you should always order the northern Thai food there. I just have a post about khao soi that I had there. Like Chef Saipan,
So good.
The original chef literally made it for me. She doesn't even cook there anymore, but she made it for me hands on. And I dubbed it with a video from Anthony Bourdain, Jet Tilla, eating there, saying this is the best Thai food place in town, and if not in the country.
That khao soi is the best in the world.
That's what Amen. Amen.
So good. All right, this is going to be a hot one. So which hotel do you think has the best restaurants in Vegas?
Man, on the Strip,
Let's do on the strip and then off the strip.
we actually had this podcast, and I think my number one was the Venetian
Ooh.
because of so many things that they have there that they do it right, dude. I think the other creators said, what was the number one? Was it
Cosmo, Aria.
Cosmo was another one. Cosmo has great, like Momofuku is our client.
Yeah.
So they have Momofuku, Haleo, Buden SX,
STK. Zuma. They just opened up a new
Zuma
one.
is so good, dude.
Yeah, Zuma's really good.
That's another sushi place that I really love. But yeah, you're right. I think Cosmo's definitely up there. I think my number one on that list, I forget. I think it was Venetian.
I've never heard Venetian as an answer.
Because of Mott. Yeah, dude. And
they got Milo's too, right?
Yeah, Milo's is there. There's so many other things that I cannot think of right now. That
they got an amazing bakery cafe there. La Zeppanetta or something. It's by Sandbox VR.
Really?
Yeah, it's the best breakfast.
Well, I like Mizuno. Miznon. Miznon is the place.
Yeah, that's a good spot
and
too.
they also opened Hasalan there. That's another really good place for us. But I like Venetian Palazzo. I think Wynn was part of it. I forget the podcast. And downtown, I kind of picked Plaza, and people thought that was kind of crazy because Circa has really good, it has berries and stuff like that. But yeah, and off the strip, I think it has to be Durango now, dude. I feel like Durango. It was gonna be Red Rock or Green Valley Ranch, but Durango just. Have you ever been to You or Me? That's another sushi place that I really love.
No, it's in Durango.
You or Me Sushi is originated in downtown Las Vegas, but it's amazing, dude. You should go there if like a date night rather than going to like a hole in a wall sushi concept. Go to You or Me at the Eat Your Heart Out. They have Shang Noodle there, hand pulled noodles. They have the Fiorellas there with Mark Vetri, but they have Miho. Nico's is like one of my favorites. Summer House, bro. Their sports book is insane. The food program there also stellar. I feel like Durango has to be the one now, dude.
I agree. It used to be Green Valley for me, but I'd say Durango's got the edge.
Green Valley is about to come up, though. They just put in Blue Ribbon there, and then they're about to put in a few more restaurants, so that's going to change.
Yeah,
so
that's exciting.
They might. Is that your area?
I live around there, yeah.
Bro, you cannot go wrong with Hank's, and Pizza Rock is in there.
Yeah.
And then there's a couple other ones that, I think it's going to come up. And the Oyster Bar at Durango, also stellar. That have the same recipe as the Palace Station Oyster Bar. Red Rock just changed their the Oyster Bar concept to the same recipe as Palace Station. So you can get the same pan roast at Durango. And Nielsen's, dude, our client, is a custard ice cream shop, Nielsen's. I think that's one of the best ice creams in town. And Sorry Not Sorry, I'm thinking those two are the top two in town.
I agree. I can't even think of any others.
Sorry Not Sorry yet?
Yeah, I think they just opened one by my house.
Inspirata,
yeah. I live around that area.
Bro, that place is blowing up.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
They're building a casino out there, too.
Yes.
Station got approved, right?
Yep.
Crazy.
I just heard that not too long ago. That's a new for me.
Yeah. Vegas is growing so quick, man. We got the Sphere, got Fountain Blue.
That's why. Have you eaten at Fountain Blue?
I have. I want to hear your take on it. I thought it was okay.
I actually haven't ate. Dude, I have a 1-month-old baby right now.
Oh, congrats.
So, thanks. It's been, I have not really... after Super Bowl, I've been just kind of, slowing down a lot on going out and trying new places. It's majority of my client work. I'm barely taking meetings. This is, my 2-hour hall pass out of the house.
Wow. I'm honored.
Yeah, no, but I wish I can go to more places in Fontainebleau and try to figure it out. But KYU. I actually had a video with they allowed me to cook inside the kitchen. I cooked the tomahawk, smoked the tomahawk. Their tomahawk is smoked. I've never seen that before, where they grill it and then they smoke it.
Yeah.
Q is Asian, and I've eaten at so many Asian inspired restaurants on the strip. I don't really like a lot of them.
Yeah.
This one, bro, was good. I would highly suggest Q restaurant at the Fontainebleau.
That's good to know,
dude. I want to explore more there. What do you think about Komodo?
Good, but expensive.
Have you ever tried Komodo in Miami?
Yes, I've tried Miami.
Same?
The Miami's way better.
Oh.
Yeah, but it makes sense.
See, that consistency thing is a
well, they're closer to the water, so I understand it from a point of view of logistics, that the seafood's going to be better at the Miami one. Agreed. Unless you're flying in daily, like Mizumi, they fly in their sushi.
But they do, though. That should not be an issue.
Oh, they do?
If that is a problem. No, I don't know if they do, but a lot of restaurants do fly in things daily to make sure that, like Milo's and all those seafood places have to do that.
Yeah.
What do you think about the Peter Luger in East Coast, Peter Luger in the West Coast?
I haven't tried either.
Oh, you haven't?
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm going to try Luger's this week because you said it's really good.
I mean, if you're from New York, I'm sure you're an Italian guy, Italian food guy? Or
yeah, I grew up in Jersey. I like Italian.
Pizza,
bagels. Yeah, I love Indian. I want to talk about Indian.
I only go to a few places for Indian. I'm not like, I wish I was more of an expert in Indian food, but I'm not.
Okay.
I would go Taj Palace is where I go. That's
I've had that
your
one.
hood, too. Mint, have you tried Mint?
I've had Mint.
And a couple places like that. But Taj Palace is my go-to. They just opened up a new one in West Side, which is closer to my house. I moved from your neighborhood to West Summerlin now. Like
The dark side.
Bro. Like, I'm in Red Rock Canyon. So I'm the very last right you can take off of Charleston. And I love it. It's just like a whole different...
You're far.
Yes.
It's hard to find houses in Summerlin, man.
It's insane.
Inventory is scarce up there.
And it was majority for my daughter's school. She is 4, going to be 5. She's about to go into school. So she kind of wanted to buy this school that she wants to go to. And, dude, I have a 21-year-old son, dude.
What?
Yeah, I have a 21-year-old son. Shout out to Tristan. He just started spinning. He's in music. He was an audio engineer for a lot of big shows, and then he dropped an album and stuff on Spotify. I gotta send it to you. It's
send me that.
It's drum and bass. But now he started working. He works as a DJ at one of the restaurants in Fontainebleau, and he's doing pretty good.
Okay, that's cool. That's a big range of kids, 21 and then a 4-year-old.
He's like an uncle to my other kids, dude. Yeah, but yeah. It was with my ex, my current wife. Shout out to Mindy. She's holding down the fort. Like, people come to me and say, "Hey, are you getting any sleep?" And I feel bad saying that I don't get any sleep because she's really not getting any sleep. She's breastfeeding and stuff like that. So, dude, she's holding down the fort right now. I cannot be happier.
Good woman by your side is very important.
Are you single or what's
no?
going on?
I've been in 6.5 years. We're getting married next year.
Really?
Yeah, and I attribute.
Are you a proposed?
I proposed already. Yeah. I learned about
the longest. Take your time. Like, I always tell people, the proposal state is my favorite because when people say you're engaged, people light up and they want to give you stuff and all this. When you say you're newlywed, it's not as powerful. Like, people are like, yeah, I'm married too. Welcome to hell. But but when you're engaged, is that I loved our engagement phase.
Puppy love, right?
Cherish that.
I love it. We'll end it off this. Where do you rank Vegas in terms of food for cities in America?
I wish I was well-traveled enough to know and be valid in that. But I would probably say convenience of trying the things that it's good around the country-wise, it has to be number one. Like, it has to be... I don't know about, like, the best Italian food or best this or best that to be this. But if you're in it to try a lot of things around the country all in one place, this has to be the place because majority of the good restaurant concepts, second location is in Vegas.
That's true.
And that if you're good somewhere else, good chance that they're gonna come here or we're gonna inherit it here. But of course, if it comes down to just food in general, I would say New York, LA. I'm an Asian food guy, so I don't really know about Asian food at any other places. And like Korean food is definitely LA for me. For Mexican food, I'm a big I grew up in San Diego. I was a surfer and I played in a band. I'm a Baja California. Like, in my burrito, I don't like rice. I just need meat, pico de gallo, and guacamole. That's what I like. I don't like rice and fries and stuff like that in my burrito. By far, fish tacos to all the tacos. San Diego is my place. Italian food, I don't know. I've only been to New York once. All the bagels and stuff you don't find in Las Vegas. I don't even know what a good bagel
Siegel's is decent. Siegel Mania.
Yep. And there's Abel's Bagels too. I believe that they're there. I've never been there, but I heard they're good. But like, I went to New York, and one place that I clearly remember till being amazing was Russ and Daughters. Have you been to, it's like smoked lox, and bagels and stuff like that. It's just like amazing Jewish deli type of bakery. So, we lack that. If you want that type of stuff, cured meat and stuff like that, I would say New York. Pizza, New Haven is probably where you need to go. I've never been, but I'm thinking New Haven, Connecticut is where Sally's is and all that kind of stuff. And I'm a big Portnoy fan, so I believe in that. But yeah, like, I don't know about Chinese food, but those are Korean food, LA.
Got it. Good to know. Ryu, where can people find out more about you and your agency?
On my Instagram, dude. Ryusauce, RYU, like the Street Fighter guy, and sauce.
What a name.
Yeah, I kind of like tell people about that, but people don't know about street fighter. Like that's like showing my age, right? Like people slowly started not know what street fighter is. It's like a problem for me. Anyway, at Ryusauce, and my agency is jmpforce.com. We do social media and creator, and campaigns for food industry, real estate, weddings. We have the Las Vegas Wedding Bureau as our client, and the Little Chapel and a couple of stuff.
Nice.
And personal brands, and we've started taking on other industry clients maybe 3 years ago and being successful at it. So that's about it.
Amazing, man. We'll link it below. Thanks for coming on. That was fun. Thanks for watching, guys. See you tomorrow.